Anything worth having at all is worth working for and waiting for. Betty Wright said that. Stick around today. We're going to finish up the intention setting series. Hello. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. Welcome and happy Wednesday. I am your host, Kimberly. I help you transform your mind so that you can become the best version of yourself. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me today. Thank you for bringing your friends and family, and thank you for subscribing here and on the website at manifestonpurpose.net. The God in me loves the God in you. I have time to answer your questions if you have some, and I'm also taking your topic suggestions. Just email me at connect, CONNECT, at Kimberly, KIMBALEY.com. Once again, that email address is connect, CONNECT, at Kimberly, KIMBALEY.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Yesterday, I was reminded of something important. I was reminded how sometimes we make the easiest things or the most simple things so difficult. I mean, has there ever been something that you've been working on and you tried so hard to get it right? And when you finally found the solution, you found that it was so much more easier than what you thought it would be? Over my journey, I've learned that that's the way most people treat manifestation. Think about it. Many people, even today, look at manifestation as if it's something that's almost impossible. It's something that only certain people have access to. But the reality of manifestation is that we're already manifesting no matter what we do, no matter what we choose to believe. That's what the Manifest on Purpose show is all about. It's about being in alignment with the things that we want to manifest. And although I can't promise you that you'll manifest everything that you want, because that's all up to you, I can give you some tools to help you improve your odds of manifesting the things that you really want. This series has been about one of the most important tools, knowing how to set proper intentions for what you want. This is not a stage in the process that you should take lightly. It's not that you can just rub the lamp and expect the genie to come out and give you 3 wishes. And those 3 things that you wish for will just fall out of the sky. It doesn't quite happen that way. Nobody ever talks about what happens when you're not in alignment with what you want. And for this series, we're talking about what if you don't know how to ask properly for what you want. Then you manifest by default. That means that your subconscious mind has a purpose. It does many things, but one of the things that it does is it records your past. It records everything that's happened to you in the past. It also records your present. So whatever you're thinking, feeling, experiencing, if you don't shift that, your subconscious mind is recording it. And what's going to happen is if you keep thinking about these things, you keep doing these things, and you keep experiencing them, you will see the results of manifestation in your life. So, yes, congratulations. You are a perfect manifester. The question is, are you manifesting what you really want to manifest? Now that we've gotten that tidbit out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what my purpose of this intention setting series has been all about. It's been all about helping you create a strategy for your life. Yes, it may be nice to have the car, it may be nice to have the money, it may even be nice to have that relationship. But unless everything is aligned, there's no guarantee of your happiness. So instead of manifesting one thing at a time, why not create the strategy that manifests the life that gets the things that you want? Now I'm going to let you sit with that for a moment because it may make you think about what you've been asking for. What are the things that you're setting intentions for? Is it something that's going to last for a short period of time? Or is it something that's going to benefit you in your life for the long haul? Because we're not talking day by day. I'm talking about an abundant life. And I know a lot of people, when they hear the word abundance, they think that I'm talking about financially. No, abundance is health, it's wealth, it's a positive mindset, it's knowing how to relate with others. Being abundant is fulfillment. Let's dig a little bit deeper. So, what is this strategy I'm talking about that's going to help you towards fulfillment? First of all, it's knowing exactly what fulfillment is for you. What things is it going to take for you to live a happy, peaceful existence? Perhaps this stage is the most difficult because this is the stage that requires you to do hard work. We always hear about this heart chakra and the work that we need to do with this heart chakra. That is what you're going to have to begin with in the process of getting that fulfillment in your life. Because if your heart is not right, you cannot enter into a state of gratitude. And it's going to take you first to be in gratitude, to attract more things to be grateful for. So let that very first thing in your strategy be for you to have peace within yourself. And then, of course, after you have that peace within yourself, you can go about asking for other things. But that peace within is what's most important, the first step. Once you find that thing that you feel like you really want, that thing that's going to be fulfilling in your life, the next step is to create your SMART chart. Remember the acronym for SMART? The first letter in the word SMART is specific. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. But specific is saying that whatever it is you want, you need to be specific about it so that you can get exactly what you want. Measurable is the next letter. It's the M in the acronym. And measurable means that you're able to keep up with your progress. The reason why it is so important for you to keep up with your progress is because you'll feel more motivated when you see the little wins begin to pile up. Sometimes we forget about the little blessings, the little things that happen to us that help get us ahead. And to be honest with you, sometimes it's those little things that makes the biggest difference. Next, we want to do achievable. That's the A in the acronym. The A is asking you, can you see yourself working towards this goal? Because remember, that intention is an aim, a plan, it's a goal. It is your strategy. You have to know that you are willing and able to work towards your goals. The R, realistic. And remember, it's not the way that you're thinking about realistically. It's can you really believe that this can happen to you? Because sometimes we set these high goals, some that are unattainable, and we know subconsciously we cannot believe that these things can happen for us, but we question when they don't happen. You need to be able to see it already happening in your mind for it to come into fruition. So you have to be able to feel like this can be real for you. And T stands for time. And it's talking about put some time on it. Set a deadline. When you set a deadline, you're going to work hard to make it by that deadline. If you don't create a deadline for yourself, then you'll just be going on and on, just thinking you can do a little bit at a time because you have all the time in the world. So that's your SMART chart. If you've been following along with the series and you've already gotten this, that's good for you. Kudos. If you haven't, this is the time to break out that pen and paper and start writing these things down, either so that you can complete them after the show or during the focus time. But right now, we're going to move on to the 5W questions. Earlier in the SMART chart, I talked about being specific. The 5W method is the way that I choose to be specific with my intentions. It's simple. 5 W's. The first W stands for what? What is it that you really want? And in that first question, it's not just telling you to put down a broad answer. This is asking you for all the details. If you're going to a restaurant and you want to order your favorite meal just the way you want it, you would give them all the details. Pretend you're in a restaurant asking for what you want. Give all the details. Talk about the smell. What color is it? How does it feel? And this is something that I didn't tell you when I did the episode about the 5 W's. You should make sure that you're including all 5 of your senses when you're creating this what. You should be able to see it. What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? You should use all of those, because when you're visualizing these things, then you should be able to use those to help offer suggestions to the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is stimulated by your senses, so it's important to include those when you are visualizing your intention. The next W is why. This is one of my favorite ones because it makes so much sense. If there's something you want, you need to know why you want it. The reason why your why is so important is because your why is what motivates you. If you want something and you don't have no real reason to have it, then you're not going to feel motivated to go after it. But if you have passion and purpose behind what you want, then you'll be motivated to follow through. And here's the important thing. It's not always about you. Set your intentions in a way that is sowing to someone else's life. It could be serving a greater purpose, serving a greater cause. It can be helping someone else out. You may would like to have a new car because you need a way back and forth to work so that you can take care of your children. Always be sure to include someone else in that manifestation, because at the same time that you're asking for something, you're sowing seeds. The next W is the win. Remember when I described the SMART acronym, I told you how important it is to have a deadline set on what it is that you want. It's important so that you can feel the push and the urge to get it done. The next W would be where. Where would you like this manifestation to take place at? If you want a car, what lot do you want to get it off of? If you want a new home, where would you like for it to be located? Find a way to include a where also in what it is that you would like to manifest. Last but not least on this list is who. Who would you like to be a part of this manifestation, if anybody? What it all boils down to is setting intentions. An intention is an aim, a goal, a plan. It's a strategy for your life. Many people are less likely to use the word goal, aim, or strategy because they feel like it's going to be hard work. Remember what I said in the beginning? Anything worth having at all is worth working for and waiting for. Sometimes the most simplest things in life can seem so difficult. That's also the case with setting intentions. But it's not as difficult as it may seem, especially if you have a plan in place. And in order to have a plan in place, you have to first know what you want. Imagine having a map with no destination. You'd be wandering all over that map from one space to another. Life without intention is the same way. If you don't have a plan for your life, you'll just wander. You'll never know where you're going for sure. Sometimes you may end up in a place that's 10 years in the past. And sometimes you may end up in a place that's 15 years in the past. I want you to avoid all that. Find out what it is that you want for your life. If it takes time for you to dig deep within, don't be afraid to go within to find out what your purpose is. Once you find out what your purpose is, set intentions that align with your purpose. Don't just set intentions that align with your purpose. Set behaviors that align with your purpose. Connect with people that are like-minded and that are seeking a similar purpose. Get clear about what you want and allow your thoughts and actions to convey that to the subconscious mind so that you can get everything that you want. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose. Let's prepare for today's meditation. In today's meditation, I want you to be focused on these things that we talked about today. Go deep within and first of all, and see if your heart is right. If there's some issues there that need to be fixed. Do you need to forgive some people? Do you need to work on your own self-confidence? This is to help you get to that realistic stage. And then I want you to find your purpose. Find out what it is that you really want for your life. Not just the things, but the life that brings you the things. Get in gratitude for those things and start writing them down if you haven't done so already. And then I want you to start using the SMART chart and the 5 W's to see if you're specific enough about what it is that you want. Next, I want you to align your thoughts and your behaviors with your purpose. After we've done all of this, I just want you to hold on to this and find ways that you can work towards that purpose, that thing that you really want for your life, the thing that brings you fulfillment. If you are driving, this is not the time to do so. Please download this and save it for later. If you are not driving, this is your time to meditate. Please find your sacred space, the space that is safe, the one that is distraction free, the one in which you can relax and focus on your breathing. Enjoy your focus time.